So I grew up in a society that very much, my only dream was to become a soldier. Even although I had a very strong position in the military, I was in a special unit, I was a lieutenant, we were in Gaza for a long time, we were in South Lebanon for a long time, I was looking for more and more action. I never felt that I really met the enemy and killed him. So I was looking for that, and eventually I got that. And that totally changed my perspective on everything. So we went to Lebanon for only 5 days to set an ambush for Hezbollah soldiers that were supposed to come and attack Israel. We knew that they're going to come, and we were just going there. We went inside in a few bushes. We were 20 soldiers hiding inside the bushes. And then we waited there for 3 days, and suddenly after 3 days, we saw someone coming. And they were really coming close to us, close and close, and I was waiting for the moment to shoot. And suddenly something felt very strange to me, because they were so close that I really saw their eyes, and it was human beings. I remember one of them, at the time to me, he looked very old. He was about 40, I was 20. And it was very difficult for him. We were up the hill and he went towards us, and I saw this older man trying to climb the hill, and I really felt sorry for him. It was very strange for me to shoot him. Suddenly, the soldier next to me told me that there is something at the side, on our left side. And suddenly someone came out of the bush, an enemy soldier. And before I shot him, he shot us. And then immediately I shot him back. And then suddenly I realized that the 5 soldiers I identified at the beginning was only a part of a much bigger group. And we found ourselves surrounded by tens of soldiers, enemy soldiers, shooting at us from all directions. 2 of the soldiers next to me, one was shot at the head and one was shot at the leg, bleeding, screaming. It was a very difficult kind of fighting. Eventually, after about 20 minutes of fighting, which is a long, long time, I decided that we have to storm the enemy. Because if we're gonna just stay there, they're gonna eventually kill us, because they knew where we are, and we saw that they were closing on us more and more and more. And as I stood up, I was shot, and eventually, apparently the bullet got in my back and got out in the shoulder. So I had this huge thing here, and I just fell down, and that was my first spiritual experience. I was more or less waiting for them to come and kill us, because I was then helpless. I couldn't do anything. And then suddenly something very, very strange happened. And suddenly the general told everyone to shut up. And suddenly there was an extreme quiet. No one was shooting. We didn't shoot, and also the other side didn't shoot. And what eventually we realized, that the other side was the South Lebanese army. It was not Hezbollah, which is our allies. So everything was just friendly fire. Suddenly we all just stood up. They were just next to us, shaking hands, talking. Very surreal, very, very strange experience. Totally changed my point of view, the way I see life, the way I see the enemy. And even Hezbollah and South Lebanese army are more or less the same people. Some families has one brother in Hezbollah and one brother in the South Lebanese army. So who's the enemy here?